Okay, this is my new Artcore AF75-TDG. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. I did the string change on it. The intonation is still off because I haven't had time to work on it. I didn't get the batteries for my electronic tuner, but it's still, it's kind of tuned up. It's close. It's not quite there yet, but I thought I'd give everyone a quick look at it. This is the big problem right here. This very high trem bar, it's stiff and it's really high. The Gretsch Bigsby's I've seen, the bars at least, are practically horizontal to the body and really close. This is virtually impossible to pick and have your hand on this thing, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But the guitar sounds really nice to my ears. I mean, especially for the price. It's just that this trem bar is really difficult to play with. It's pretty impossible, really. But in any case, I thought I'd give you a quick demo of what it sounds like. I know it's slightly, the intonation is slightly out, so it's going to sound a little bit out of tune. And I'm plugged straight into my microcube, clean, with reverb on it, and that's pretty much it. I found a backing track on YouTube, and I'm just going to noodle over it to give you an idea what this sounds like. kind of get the idea. It's very resonant. Oh, by the way, I was just playing through my PC speakers. It's a very resonant guitar, being that it's a full hollow body. I think it was on the verge of feedback a few times. Definitely some tonal characteristics between a full hollow and a semi-hollow. Semi-hollow has a sound block like in the middle, like my AG95. It's a matter of taste, I guess. I can't say one or the other is better. But as far as this particular guitar, the AF75-TDG, for the price and the money, I think it's definitely a great quality guitar. The binding on it's beautiful, the finish on it is beautiful. The fretboard is not, in my opinion, quite as nice as on the AG95. I don't know if it's the frets, or maybe it's my fingers right now, because when I first got this had flat wound strings on it, and flat wounds have a totally different feel. And I had just put these Diodarios on only today. The strings are brand new, and they're just settling in. I still have to play possibly with the pickup heights and kind of get used to the controls on both of these. This is the neck pickup. It can get pretty warm, but you can hear the feedback coming. This is both pickups. I'm not sure the bridge or the treble is coming through. I'm trying to blend the two. And then this is just the bridge alone. But still, for the money, the modders out there probably will want to change out the pickups. I'm not a modder. I tend to try to work with what I have. Maybe sometime or someday in the future I'll think about switching out the pups, but that's not a major concern of mine. Right now I'm just going to, one, figure out a problem or a solution for this trem arm, otherwise useless. I was thinking of maybe possibly bending it down. I don't know. But that's still a problem. But it seems to maintain the tuning despite messing with it and trying to get the strings to settle. It's returning to tuning pretty well. Still have to work out my intonation issues. And as you can see, I still have my markers on near the saddle for when I did my string change, and you can hear it almost begin to feedback. But it really hasn't been horrible. Supposedly there's bracing right under the top to help a little bit in the feedback. I've heard worse feedback problems, like in some of the Epi 335 copies I've played with. My college roommate had a real 335 and he had crazy feedback issues. But overall, for the price of this guitar, and especially what I paid for it, which was on sale at Guitar Center, believe it or not, it was an incredible price. It was very, very cheap, and all I can say is it's a cool looking guitar. Ivory would not have necessarily been my first choice, but I think I'm getting used to it, and that's pretty much it. It's definitely a great bargain guitar, great bang for your buck. If you're low on funds, you don't have to get a Gibson, you don't have to get a 335, or I would even say, having played some Epiphones, that in my opinion this is better than some Epis I've played. I really can't compare it to a Gretsch. I think Gretches are in a class by themselves, especially when it comes to the pickups. I always feel that Ibanez lacks in their pickups. However, for a jazz box, I think people would be happy with this guitar as a jazz box. I'm not a jazzer, you know. I'm not even a rockabillyer. I don't know what I am, but I'm none of those. But I did want a Bigsby. Finally got one, but I'm not quite happy with it. This will have to be addressed one way or the other. I'm not sure what the solution is right now, but I really can't say enough about Ibanez guitars. For a well-known company, they put out very affordable guitars. The quality, the craftsmanship for the most part is very, very good. Even in the $400 range for people looking for not necessarily a starter guitar, but a good guitar. If they're looking, I'm talking about the Artcore line. If they're looking for a really good guitar that doesn't break the bank, I personally would highly recommend Ibanez. Not that I have a lot of experience with owning other guitars, but having tried out, for example, an Epiphone. I tried an Epiphone 335 copy for $700-800, and personally, I don't think it's worth the expense. Retail, this guitar goes around $530 or something like that. I got it on sale at a great discount, so that made it even sweeter for me. So that's my take on the Ibanez AF75-TD. The T is for tremolo, D is for deluxe, meaning you get the gold hardware, and in the TD, the deluxe series, that means that this is a license by Ibanez from Gretsch, whatever that means, and the G is for the gold hardware. I personally couldn't care less about the gold hardware. Ultimately, it'll probably flake. But in any event, this is the one I ended up with. It was on the stand. It was pointed out to me it was on sale, and I couldn't pass it up. And I actually think the gold and the ivory look pretty cool. I don't know if the lighting gives this any justice, but it's not, you know, blinding white. It's an ivory, and very solid guitar. It's just really beautiful. The binding, everything is really, really solid. And even though this was a floor model, I'd have to say it's pretty mint. The only other thing I think I'd mentioned, the neck is, well, it could be because I was playing the flat wounds, so. But it's not horrible in that regard. It's just that I'm used to my 95, my AG 95, and it could be my fingers got used to the flat wounds that were on this guitar when I first got it, only yesterday as a matter of fact. So that's my little review on the Ibanez Artcore AF75-TDG.